my happy readers. Welcome to Time Stories with me, Issy. Are you ready to share a new story? Well, I have chosen a beautiful autumnal story to share, a story of change and resilience. The title is The Last Leaf of Autumn. If you have this book at home, you can read along with me. The author, the person who has written this story, is Phil Henry. And the illustrator, the person who has painted all the pictures, is Graham Lilly. Now we're going to meet Shelby the squirrel. She doesn't want autumn to end. She's holding on to that last leaf on the tree. Her friend Orson the Owl has some very wise words for her. Shall we read and find out what happens? Shelby was getting quite cross that her treetop playground, once lush with blossoms and green leaves, was now empty and exposed. All except for one leaf, a leaf that had lost all its green. It now shone yellow and orange. Autumn needs to stop right now, she thought. She sat down next to the leaf on the tree. You're the last leaf of autumn. Please don't fall, Shelby whispered. Stay with me. Let's stop winter together. A cold autumn wind blew through the branches. The leaf's stem started to peel away from the branch. Worried, Shelby grabbed the leaf. She spread her body wide to shelter the leaf. As the wind died down, she tried to stick it back on its branch. Stay, she said firmly. Just then, a gentle voice she recognized came from behind her. Hello, dear Shelby, said Orson. Are you okay? No, said Shelby. Her voice trembled as she spoke. I'm scared that if I let go of this last leaf, then autumn will be over. Orson twisted his head. She looked at Orson. I loved summer, but I've still so much to do to prepare for winter, and I will miss my friends. Orson wrapped a ribbon around the leaf. It will be okay here for a while. Come with me. Shelby checked the ribbon. I won't be long, she whispered to the leaf. Orson smiled gently. Why do we need leaves to fall? Orson asked wisely. I don't know, sighed Shelby. That's okay to not know, but let's find out. With that, Orson flew to the floor. Shelby followed, crawling down the trunk of the tree. If the leaf didn't fall and winter didn't come and go, then you wouldn't see the wave of lush green leaves, or the pink and white blossom blowing in the breeze. You wouldn't smell lavender or fresh-cut grass, or the flowers attracting bees that whoosh past. You wouldn't hear the summer birds sing. You wouldn't hear anything. The hedgehogs wouldn't appear hunting for food. Shelby thought about how the hedgehogs were her friends. Or the badgers with their brood. The badger family lived near her tree, she thought. The dormice perched on corn. Shelby loved looking from her tree at them on wheat swaying. The voles scurrying at dusk or dawn, a noise Shelby knew so well. The pine marten leaving tracks in the mud. Shelby and Orson often discovered new tracks together. Or the foxes eating berries or buds. Shelby thought about what she still needed to collect for herself. The leaf falling will bring the winter, which will then bring the spring and the summer. Shelby climbed back up the tree. She looked at the leaf and forced a smile, but her lips started to tremble, her eyes filled with tears. I have to let you go. She pulled the ribbon, which slowly unravelled. The leaf slowly pulled away from the tree. Hot tears ran down Shelby's face. Her head followed the swirling journey that the leaf made as it fell to the ground. Shelby slowly walked along the branch of the tree. It will pass. Think of the future, she heard Orson say. She looked around and realized her friends were there. The hedgehogs, the badgers, the dormice and voles, the pine marten and foxes. The sight of her friends brought a warm feeling inside. I have food to collect and a winter to prepare for. Shelby took a deep breath and waved at her friends, knowing that spring and summer would come again. She scampered off. What a beautiful story that was. Shelby didn't want autumn to end, but I'm so glad her friend Orson showed her that autumn has to end for winter to start. That's the beauty of nature's cycles. Autumn, winter, spring and summer. Each season brings something new and exciting. Sometimes we don't want change to happen, but when there's change, there's always new beginnings. I hope you've enjoyed this Shed Time story, and if you want to, you can like, share, follow and subscribe to Shed Time Stories. Then you'll be ready for the next book we can share together. Bye-bye.